Hi there, welcome to the Broadcast Composers Music Library. My name is Sandy Nutchins and I'm one of the professional composers behind this unique library. I say it's unique because this is a library with a genuine difference, because every single track on this library was originally from a commissioned soundtrack. And many of these soundtracks are from award-winning television series and commercials. That means that each and every track has been honed by the demands of the director, the editor, producer or exec and commissioning editor, and ultimately watched by millions. You know, the process of commissioning music can often be a very tough process, but it does ensure that the music that survives has evolved to be the very best it can be. If you compare this to standard production music that's quite often knocked out in an afternoon with the hope that it might find an ultimate use, you realise quite how different this library is. Our music has been recorded with the finest musicians and mixed and mastered to work specifically in broadcast productions. Now, the benefits of using previously commissioned music scores go even further. Because often within a programme or series, the cues are all linked to a central theme, and even though the tracks themselves might be quite different, our library gives you that same link. The music has a connection between each cue that gives your projects a real sense of cohesion, the kind of cohesion you simply don't get if you use standard library music. So we wanted to find ways of making these tracks available to other broadcasters. We've worked with the original commissioning companies to secure the soundmaster rights, so that these tracks can be used without limitation and pre-cleared forever in return for an ultra-simple blanket fee structure that's based on duration of access to the downloads rather than the amount of music you use or how you use it. You know, in fact, everything we do is based around the premise that we are broadcast composers making available fantastic quality broadcast tracks for broadcast production companies. You know, we've gone to great pains to make it extremely simple to use and a proper workman's tool for editors and directors. It really does do what it says on the tin. Now, other videos in the series will go into detail on different aspects of the site, but here I'm just going to really quickly zip through the main features to give you an overview. So let me show you around. Central to the library, and has to be within any library really, is the search engine. I know we've gone to a huge amount of effort to work on the search database, working with producers and editors and directors to make it easy for you to find tracks. So you can either search for something very directly by putting a word in this search box here, around here. So if I put in the word happy, then it will, and click on search, it'll come up with a series of tracks which have a happy feel to them. Alternatively, you can search using these filter tabs here: genre, feel, mood, period, tempo, instruments, uses. So I can click on, for instance, as many of these tabs as I want, documentary, drama, for instance. Click on that and then you'll get a whole load of tracks come up. With each of these tracks, you can click on the track and you'll get a much more detailed description of the track. And to the right, you can see you can add to our playlist, you can download the tracks. If there are edits involved, click on there and you can click on edits and then you'll see the edits involved, which are shortened versions of the main track. By default, the site will search individual tracks, but the same search tools apply to searching through albums too. Now you can switch to albums here. I'll do general switch to albums here. Click on search and it'll come up with a series of useful compilations that we've put together, or they are the complete soundtrack album from a particular program or series. So Cutting Edge Ambient, that was a documentary I did about bass jumpers. As I said earlier, you can download tracks either directly from a track listing or by adding tracks together to make a playlist. Click on playlist down here. So here's a series of playlists. You can make unlimited playlists and clone, copy and delete and mess with them to your heart's content. And a really neat feature that's extremely useful is being able to email a playlist to your clients or colleagues, and you just press share here and type in up to 10 email addresses. It's great for getting approvals, etc. The playlist holds another massive bonus too, and that's cue sheets. These are industry standard cue sheets that are automatically generated and populated with tracks and composers from the playlist. They can include all of your company and production details, and you can edit them and print them out or save them as a PDF. I think that's probably a good overview for now without going into great detail. So that is a quick look through the Broadcast Composers Music Library. I'll explain the search engine, playlist and features like the automatic cue sheets in much more detail in other videos. But for the moment, bye for now.